That's what I was thinking.
Gang shit, that's all I'm on. Gang shit, that's all I'm on.
Oh shit. Who that?
21.
Drake.
Man.
That's his song? I thought it was 21 shit.
Oh, that's Drake's
I thought it
song.
was 21 shit.
Drake 21 Savage and Project Pack. I sip a
The Project Paddle song.
That shit bang, nigga. Nice talk.
Now, who's fighting right now? Who's fighting right now? Who's fighting right now? Who's Let me see him. Let me see him. Let me see him.
Shit out.
Get right into it.
Let me see him. Let me see him.
Now we gonna flow. I got it. I got it. We gonna flow. We got it. Oh man.
Yo.
Hello, beautiful people. Yeah.
Give it up. Thank you so much.
Welcome, man. You're now rocking with the best, man. It's Tuesday night. You could be anywhere, but you're here rocking with us, man. We are rocking from Area 51. It's the Fire Nights podcast experience. You know the experience of black culture, lifestyle journey, current events, sports, entertainment. If it's out there to talk about, we're going to talk about it. We're going to dig deep. We're going to peel back the layers. You know, we're going to debate. We're going to argue. We're going to laugh. Everybody going to get these jokes. You know how we do. Shout out to my brother, man. Can't be here, man. A little under the weather, man. B Mac, get better. You know what I mean?
Big man.
Soft ass nigga.
Rest up, man. Ice up, son. Ice up.
We are rocking from Area 51, man. And I want to give a belated shout out to all the mothers out there. Hope everybody had a great Sunday. Shout out to my brother and sister, man. Molly and Misi, happy birthday, man. Love y'all.
Happy birthday,
I
Mark.
love y'all,
Birthday,
man.
Happy birthday to
Pains in my asses, man.
Happy
You know?
birthday to ya.
Oh shit.
Happy birthday.
So yeah, man.
Stevie.
Fresh, how you feeling, bro?
Well, first of all, let me say to the people, hello. How are ya? Thank you.
Ice, man, how you feeling this evening, bro?
Man, I'm feeling great, man.
Any particular reason, or you just feeling great?
Yeah, I'm just good. I'm straight, man.
I can dig it, man. I can dig it. Well, bro, listen, man. Let's get this set off the right way, man. Got some shit on your mind?
Yeah, I do kind of got some shit.
Let's hear it, man. Let's hear it. Let's get it, man.
Hey, yo, man, I got some shit on my mind, man. It just became really real to me, man, that people really misunderstand some things. And something that I just want to talk to some people about is like, there is no such thing as God-given rights. And the one thing I was saying, you know, I was saying to somebody, I was like, yo, man, if God wanted you to have something, how you gonna let the DMV take your fucking license? They the ones who gave you the damn license. How the hell you talk about that's a God-given right to drive? We all be driving this motherfucker. We don't have to pay for a motherfucking car. How's that God-given? How your God gonna give you something and say, nah, I'm gonna let the motherfuckers down the DMV and be 225, take your motherfucking driver's
Say
license.
B225.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was just at the DMV. That's how they doing it these days. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, man, we have rights, man, but yo, these rights are given to us by man. So that, you know what I'm saying? What you gotta understand is nothing is given to you. People can take certain things away from you. Oh, that's God given. I'm like, hey, man, you must don't trust your God enough. If you think the man down the DMV can take something that God gave you, you don't trust your God. You don't believe in your God enough that He gave you enough to go through this life. And somebody at uptown at a justice of the peace can say, no, you can't get married today because it's Tuesday and it's raining. Come on now. Ain't nothing God given about that. That's all man behind that. And what I'm saying is, I'm like, nah, there are God given things, but there are no God given rights out here. So don't be running around talking about, oh, that's my God given right. Well, why are you fighting people over traffic tickets if it's your God given right? I don't think your God will put you in that situation. And that was what the fuck had Fresh on fire.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. I feel you. Settle down. Give your boy some dat.
There it is.
Salute. Bam. So listen, man. A lot of shit's going on this week, man. A lot of shit going on this week. First and foremost, man, world famous YouTube relationship guru specialist Kevin Samuels passed away unexpectedly.
That nigga funny. He was funny.
Well, a lot of people don't think he was funny. A lot of people think he's the exact opposite. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of people thought he was horrible for, the black culture. Feel like he tore black women down and
I could admit that. I could admit that part of it. You know what I'm saying? The way he talked and degraded some women. But I tell you what, when he degraded them, it was funny.
Yo.
Funny as shit.
I got a different take, but go ahead, Fresh.
To me, I mean, even though a lot of people spurned a lot of what he said, because they was like, man, I don't like the messenger. The message is some of what he said. If worded differently with a different tone, it might be taken differently. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, I can understand why a lot of people just are turned off. It's like, man, I can't take that from him in that kind of way. Like, that's a very condescending tone and posture, and I'm better than you, and you're less than me, and I know it all and you don't. So that automatically kind of turns some people's ears off. But what he was saying, it was, some of the stuff he was saying, like, worded differently, and, your tone differently, it could be taken as advice.
Absolutely. I think a lot of what he was about was handing people, quote unquote, a reality check. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And in some ways, a reality check, depending on how you deliver it, can be harsh.
Yeah.
It can be demeaning. It can be, very destructive.
Yeah.
But
yes,
he was honest in terms of his assessment. You know what I mean? He was honest because we're not talking about a guy who was not well off. He had actually achieved something. You know what I mean? He was actually
just an opinion, though. Really,
it literally was. But let's understand this though. His opinion did have a lot of merit based on the situation, and a lot of his comments were reactionary to the individual he's talking to, because if you come to him, you're coming to his forum, you're coming to him for his advice.
True.
So
True.
If you bring smoke to him, he wasn't one to shy away from the smoke at all.
But I say, if you act like you said, you come to his forum and you ask him to critique you. So he asks you a couple questions and then he give you his opinion. You know what I mean? And what made it so controversial though is that y'all thought his opinion was spot on sometimes. Y'all just didn't want to admit it.
And also, who was the majority of individuals that were going to him?
Women.
For advice? But what kind of women?
Single. Yeah, black women. Yeah.
So when you got a black man that's delivering not so subtle or pleasant critique, in this day and age is not necessarily going to go over well.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you know, we like to say that, you know, the black woman is the least protected entity on the planet. So you don't want to see a black man turn down black women, but they're going to him for that. And
they're going to him for something.
They're going to him for some sort of validation. And he doesn't mince words. He didn't mince his opinion.
At all.
They're going to him for his opinion. They're asking him, why is it such and such I can't have a man?
Right.
And then he's asked there, what's your credentials? And then I'm giving you my opinion why you can't have a man.
Right.
And his opinion, according to people, naysayers, because, like you said, it was mostly black women going to him. So it was mostly black. So it was mostly black women. So it was mostly black women watching him. They were hurt that his feelings was spot on, and it was a black man putting it in the air like that.
Delivering it.
Right.
Yeah. Black man delivering that particular message.
Yeah.
It didn't go over well.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all asked for it, and he gave you his.
No, you went to him to ask for it.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing.
You could have asked that same question to a billion other people.
You could have came on Fire and Ice and asked our opinion.
And you could have asked niggas and get
You
never.
could have asked Fire and Ice for your opinion, but you chose to go to that man who, for all intents and purposes, is not going to. He has made no bones about being polite or mincing words with you. You're going to get his honest opinion of you. And you're talking about a guy who, does he have an arrogant air to himself? Maybe. So think about the source you're going to.
Yo, you know what fucked me up though? You know what really fucked me up? When I heard about how he died, I was like, whoa, slow down. They said I said, this can't be the autopsy report. They said he died from gas station Viagra and something else.
Well, here's the thing. He's never minced words about paying for company, because he had a story about how he went to a company function and how him hiring an escort is the reason that he advanced in that corporate world, because he brought a quote unquote high class call girl with him to an event, and she was very, very, very discreet, extremely discreet. Beautiful woman, and one of the higher ups who had prior experience with her multiple times was enamored with her and felt, hey, if you have enough sense to get her, you're a trustworthy individual, because I have experience with her and I know how discreet she is. I have an affinity to her.
It's levels to this shit.
So what happened? And he says that, you know, next thing you know, unbeknownst to him, he's advancing. He has a silent benefactor behind the scenes. And when he gets to a certain point, the VP of the company pulls him to the side and they have this conversation. And he says, so, just for name purposes, you know, that Jenna, man, she's pretty special.
Word.
So he says, yeah. He was like, yeah, I know her. He said, and I figure, you know, if you know her, you know, you have to be of a certain ilk. You know what I mean? To choose that type of girl.
Right.
So yeah, he makes no bones about being with, you know, a certain type of woman or whatever have you, because he's told stories about that. And to get the gas station Viagra is, I mean, that's of all, like, okay, so a guy of your quote unquote stature to go out of gas station Viagra, like, dude, it's like at this point in day and time, like, oh, come on, man, you gas station pills, like,
no,
I'm gonna pause the opinion on that, because I'm gonna wait for the official autopsy to come out.
Yo, I had visions of Sealy and Color Purdy. He was just on top of me and it just felt like he was doing his business on top of me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bruh.
oh, shit.
Them gas station pills work.
Shout out Kelly and shout out
Gas
Dan.
station pills work.
Drew.
Nigga going to get the gas station
I
pill,
had
man.
some gas station honey before. Gas station honey.
Must have worked too motherfucking good. That's what it was.
Man, listen, that
It's
honey,
gas-
honey ain't
gas
right.
station Viagra and crazy energy drinks. I said, get the fuck. This cannot be the
That's the
official
thing.
autopsy.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing,
That bitch
though.
said he sniffed something.
That's the thing.
The bitch that said he sniffed something.
That wouldn't shock me. Whenever coke is involved, man, that don't shock
It
me, man.
wouldn't shock me neither because she probably sniffed coke. Them bad bitches sniff coke.
They sniff coke. They party girls.
Bad bitches
Party.
sniff
I've
coke.
been up since Saturday.
Party.
Motherfucker.
At a certain level, you know, they want to get numb to the situation.
Life, yeah.
It
You know what I
turn a
mean?
nigga out.
They get numb. They get
Some
numb.
real live motherfuckers around here. They fund this lifestyle for me.
You on gas station pills and energy drink, and she got round 5, and you got round 5. It's like
I've been up since Tuesday. God damn, I'm 56 years old. I better stop the motherfuckers at no go. Shout out Chiquita.
like, let's go, man, let's go.
Yeah, you better stop down the motherfucking speedway, motherfucker. Let me now. You know what? Let me get 2 Red Bulls and then some of that Jamaican rock stone.
You're making me horny, or as Bill Cosby like to say, the Spanish fly. As my man Pill like to say.
Oh, por favor and gracias.
We can move on.
But hey,
Kevin
man,
said.
we gonna move on.
I gotta tell one funny story. I was watching the nigga one time and shit. He talking to the babe. She like, yeah, I'm 37. He ain't really paying no mind. He fixing himself a drink and shit.
Right.
She like, yeah, I'm 37. I got 2 kids and I'm celibate. So he stopped. He like, and you what? She like, I'm celibate. He said, so you mean to tell me you 2 kids in and then you just decide you just don't want to? He was like, man, listen.
Shout out Big Bro.
He was like, so you waiting? You want to wait till you? So you saying you wait until you married to have sex again? She like, yeah. He said, okay. So you mean to tell me you want a nigga, you want somebody, a man to come start dating you? You got you 37, got 2 kids.
That's his rhetoric, though.
And you celibate, and you want him to stick around until y'all get married and not have sex. Man. He said, man, you need to get that joint away. He said, man, you need to get that joint away.
He said, man, you should be having more sex. He said, time running out on you, sweetheart. He said, you're less desirable right now.
Like, what's his true though? But like when he patted that message that way, nah, they can't get. That's his hard.
He said, yeah, you need to get that away, man. You talking about wait till you marry?
Hey, man,
And you already 2 kids in.
He's controversial, man. You know, some hate him, some love him, man. But at the end of the day, man, he was him. You know what I mean? And his legacy, man, unfortunately, is on the interweb, man. And it's going to live on forever, man, because he has a following. And that's one thing you can't ignore. He has a following,
And
man.
one thing, if you don't take anything from him, man, men and
listen.
women know how to identify or become.
And it's already a conspiracy theory. They saying the babes knocked him off. They said
The city girls knocked him off?
2 babes in there.
Look, the city girls up 20?
Yeah, so they knocked him off. You want
City
something
girls
that
up 20
shit?
on the city
knock him,
boy.
Go ahead, knock him off.
Yeah.
Slide him something in his joint, make his heart pump super duper fast.
City boys down 15 off that, man. We got to get back, man. City boys down 15
I don't know.
off that.
I don't really believe that one, man.
We can move
No.
on. We can move on.
don't
That's
know,
why I
man.
said it's a conspiracy theory. Even that powerful. They only make conspiracy theories for powerful niggas.
So in rap news, huge news, man. Huge indictment. RICO indictment came down. What was today, right, or yesterday? Was it today or yesterday? Yesterday. Huge RICO news, man. Indictment, man. Young Thug,
Jeffrey.
Young Thug. Who else? Gunna.
And the whole YSL.
The whole YSL crew, man. Conspiracy and RICO charges, man. If Fire Nice Podcast has not said anything or told you anything, stop fucking rapping crazy on these tracks about that street life, man.
Yo, you know what's the crazy thing about it though?
What's that?
The RICO didn't even come from the feds. That's a state RICO. That's state
Oh
RICO.
my heavens!
That's a state RICO. So that means they was y'all was already on their radar. They already had a folder.
They had a jacket on you.
They already had a folder.
Hey yo, I know one thing, man. The good brother brought it up earlier, and this shit makes so much sense, man. Take the motherfucking letters from off in front of your name, man, because you automatically a gang.
It's not hard to track
They
you.
can always track you. They track you differently. They charge you differently, sentence you differently.
They can track your affiliation.
Yo,
You make it
conspiracy.
easy.
kind of shit, man. Yo.
Conspiracy. That's what
All
RICO
of it,
charges are
yeah.
basically made of. Conspiracy
and they can
cases.
date back certain ways. Y'all all YSL? Oh, okay, well all this YSL shit get alright. Man, take the letters off your name, man. Just be be Chump D, man.
Even back to BMF. Even back to BMF.
Take the letters off your name.
Take the letters off your name, man. It's easy to affiliate you, man.
Yeah,
It's easy to
letters
affiliate,
off your name.
and not to mention you shouting out every nigga in the crew in your songs.
Listen,
You literally giving them the whole roster.
You don't have to rap about what you're doing. Well, first of all, you don't have to do what they're accusing you of doing or allegedly. You know, so you don't have to. So at your dance, you don't have to rap about
I
it.
thought the whole purpose of that shit was, like we talked about earlier, was that you didn't have to do that shit anymore.
I can't.
Nah, well, some of the climate is you can't talk about it if you ain't live it. So then sometimes you run out of content. You know, so like, God damn, I gotta go do something crazy, or like, all right, or I gotta still be doing something crazy with 1 foot in, 1 foot out, just so people know, yeah, he may not be doing it, but he's still capable. Like, come on, man, miss me with that shit.
And take them letters off
Nah,
your name, man.
who said it? Which one of y'all just said keep that shit out the rap lyrics?
I said keep that shit
That-
out the rap. We
that's
talked about that
basically
before.
what it is. That's basically what it is because I can't say, you know what I mean, as Fresh said, as y'all was saying, alluding to, when you get on, leave that shit behind. Because these niggas is getting indicted from shit they did before they was on. But that goes to what you said. Don't rap about that shit that happened if you know you can get it fucking indicted. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even have to be a rap fan nowadays to know who beefing with each other. And a lot of this shit is really, the beefing is actual, like y'all beefing. Y'all beefing. Like you could be a casual rap fan, to be honest with you. Oh, the OTFs don't like the NBAs. Okay,
Nah,
shit like that. It's easy to see.
Their type of rap feel. I'm saying I don't know if you up on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know what I mean. I know you up on music, but I don't know if you up on that drill shit. Those lyrics are in-person live lyrics.
But it's like,
Nah,
if I'm a casual,
when something happened today, they're rapping about it and it's coming out tomorrow.
right?
That's real beef.
So
Because
but that's what I'm
stems
saying.
from something happened. It's just not rap beef. They just
No,
putting it
but that's my whole point. The shit you're rapping about is not just rap beef. You know who's beefing because these niggas, like, there was a transition, man, where the real niggas infiltrated rap. The rappers wasn't like, it was more real niggas rapping than rappers rapping about real shit. It was real niggas rapping, real street niggas, where you might have a nigga that ain't as talented as the great rapper, but that motherfucker's content is authentic and first person view. Oh man, that shit is graphic.
Change.
You had to be, you know what I mean? Like,
You ain't gotta be the rapper. If you the shooter, if you're the shooter, all you have to do is rap and diss and smoke.
know how to put words on a beat, and that's it. You ain't gotta be great at it.
Smoke a nigga pack. I smoked such and such. Yeah,
Yo.
I smoked them. I smoked this pack last week. And it
Piggybacking
just
on
got killed last week. And all these songs are going nationally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't just local songs. These songs, and the whole world knows we smoking on Tuka.
Dog, that's
The whole world
really,
knows we're smoking
put me
on
deep
fucking
to it. It
Tuka.
was something different.
I got King Von pack. Like
Oh,
what?
when we was over, shout out to Drew, brother Drew. We was in his backyard watching the motherfucking Jeezy and Gucci Mane. When he actually said, "Yeah, we smoking on that Pookie Low pack tonight," I really knew shit was different. I was like, I know niggas nowadays is talking about that shit, but I'm like, oh, you know what? Nah, he really showing, man. Like, yo, it's like, nah, you can't talk if you don't live it.
Phil, just imagine
God,
now.
Man.
Now we know. You get down, you fuck with us. You not no street nigga to nothing. You a street nigga. I'm more.
No,
you a street.
That.
Nah, you a street nigga, but you not a street nigga.
I'm a nigga that grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
And everybody I know is a street nigga.
Yeah. Nah, you a street
I am a nerd.
Because you hung
and
out.
I'm proud of it.
Nah, you hung out on the streets.
And I'm proud of it. Nah, I'm comfortable in these streets.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Out on them streets.
I'm comfortable with them.
You did 2:30, 3:30 in the morning outside on the streets, nigga. You was out there hanging.
Yeah.
You was hanging. You a street nigga.
That wasn't very smart though.
Hey, it was. You didn't get in no trouble.
I didn't feel no danger.
Listen, it was. You didn't get in no trouble.
Danger though. You know what I mean?
You didn't. That's why it was smart, because you didn't get in no trouble, and you learned things. You learned things about people that you grew up with, that you see differences at 3:30 and 4 in the 2. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shit like that. You know what I mean? You just seen different elements of niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the Reverend?
Niggas who you didn't know, like, oh, this nigga's grimy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought he was just. Nah, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But
different than when that thing turned 12 o'clock, man. It's a little different, man. Like Houdini said, and I don't think he was talking about dancers. The freaks come out at night. A lot of other shit come out at night. Man, a lot of other shit come out at night, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, keep that shit out them lyrics, man. I know it's hard for y'all, man, but keep that shit out them lyrics, bro.
Keep them initials from us.
Yeah, man, make it a little harder for the motherfuckers to put the pieces together, man. Yeah. Make it harder for them a little bit, man. Make them work for them indictments, man. I'm making that shit easy. These motherfucking coppers they done turned into rap fans. All you gotta do is listen to the lyrics and watch the video.
Did y'all see the shit where Tekashi set up the fake Durkio, Perkio?
I heard about it, but I ain't see it.
What happened?
It's a nigga that look like Dirk.
It's a nigga that look exactly like Dirk. They call him Perkio.
It's a fake Drake. It's a fake Dirk.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a couple fake.
So boom, a YouTube nigga, a YouTube white boy that you know what I mean, doing big things on YouTube.
Okay.
Calls him up like, yo, we want to do a video. You and Tekashi acting like Dirk and Tekashi squashing the beef. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? He like, nah, you know what I mean? I don't, cause I fuck with Dirk and them. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So boom. You know what I mean? Boom. Tekashi steps to the nigga. You know what I mean? Puts a King Von jacket on the nigga.
Huh?
He a young boy fresh. So he was scared to death. Tekashi rolled up with like 20 niggas. And they trying.
Oh, what did I miss? 20 niggas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I tell you, well, we gonna get in that too. Listen, okay. So roll up with like 20 niggas, so they pressing the young boy, so they put a King Von jacket on him and hug him up real tight. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So boom. The motherfuckers like, yo, you know what I mean? Y'all could have got that young man killed. Just for that, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? This yo. So the white boy was under so much pressure. The white boy gave the nigga Perkio, the fake Dirt. He like, yo, I ain't mean for that shit to go on. You know what I mean? Boo boo. He gave the nigga like 40 grand and like 2 diamond necklaces. Apologize to the nigga, you know what I'm saying? They said the Zoe, cause the nigga Haitian, they said the Zoe's pressed him real crazy. Pressed the white boy real crazy. You know what I'm saying? And Dirk and them.
Now,
leave them young niggas alone.
If
man.
I ain't mistaken, man, I think I seen this real shit. I ain't even trying to joke. I seen Tekashi 6ix9ine with like some Cincinnati niggas?
No, he was some Brooklyn niggas. Let's get into that. Listen, he just did a fucking.
Can we get a record scratch? Bring that back.
Listen,
Bring that back, man. Bring that beat back,
he
man.
was
Bring
some
that beat back.
young. So, recently, the shit I was telling y'all about, where the nigga videotaped Whack talking about Nip.
Oh, that's a whole different animal right there.
No, but that was Tekashi was on that podcast. It was Tekashi.
Well, shed some light on that.
Listen, alright.
For motherfuckers that.
Recently on the podcast, it was DJ Academics, all on one podcast. It was DJ Academics, Tekashi 6ix9ine, Whack 100, and Hassan Campbell.
God damn.
They was all on a podcast
That's
talking.
a lot of fucking
It's a lot of something.
bravado
boom.
on that motherfucking show.
So they all talking and shit, you know what I mean? They getting into it. Whack doing a lot of protecting the Tekashi because Hassan Campbell going at him. So boom, Whack got Tekashi got some young Brooklyn niggas. They wild Brooklyn niggas. Yo, why this little Brooklyn nigga say, yo, they talking to Hassan Campbell like, yo, like, man, why y'all fuck with the nigga? You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen what he did to the other niggas that fuck with him. Why would y'all fuck with him? The Brooklyn niggas said, yo, this the only jack we rap. He said, nigga, this the only jack we ratting. He said, this the only rat we jacking. He's like, we don't be ratting. We don't be jacking no other rats.
That's crazy. Son's in like he's
Word.
clipped.
Word.
But in that same podcast is when Hassan Campbell secretly videotaped or whatever Whack 100 talking about. I don't know if it was exactly that same podcast, but it was around that same time. He taped and recorded him on the phone talking about the videotape with Nipsey Hussle, some homosexual shit. Talking about the Big U extorting Laura London for 30% of Nipsey estate. Talking about he was the one who extorted Oscar De La Hoya. He the one who leaked the tapes with him and the footage with him in the lingerie. Whack say he did that.
Oh shit.
What
Where
else?
these niggas getting this shit from?
What else he was telling? Nah, it's kind of true though, cause Jay Prince. I just watched it today. Jay Prince said he got some Larry Hoover shit. That's why Jay Prince don't fuck with him. Jay Prince said he a
Don't
sucker.
fuck with who? Larry
Whack
Hoover?
100.
Oh.
Cause he said Whack. He's like Whack went to some reporter. Some reporter asked to do some shit on Larry Hoover. The family gave the okay with the knowledge that when the interview and the footage was done, it would come to them.
Right.
It was going to help. It was a tool to help get Larry Hoover out. When the shit get done, she runs off with the footage and takes it to Whack. So Whack got the footage of Larry Hoover and all this good shit. Him interviewing him. You know what I mean? So Jay Prince stepped to the nigga. Like, yo, what can we do to get the footage and all this shit? He's like, man, the nigga act like some bitch ass nigga. We trying to get the nigga free and all this. He on some bitch ass. Like, I don't fuck with that nigga. So you know what I mean? I guess Whack in the game extorting niggas.
Yo, that was something that was kept running across my mind, and it takes me back to the segment before. You can't keep going on saying you've been extorting all these people, Whack. You know what I'm saying? However you get your thing is how you get your thing. I ain't mad at that at all. But
Shut
I'm
the
just
fuck
saying,
up.
You can't keep telling. Yeah, I did. Shut the fuck up.
Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Well, that's all right. Cool.
Basically, that's what he said, man. That's what he be talking. Cause I be looking at the little Clubhouse clips and shit cause he be on Clubhouse a lot talking to motherfuckers. That nigga don't give a fuck. That Nipsey Hussle shit. He like, yo.
Tell me
He
about
be
that,
like,
man.
yo.
Tell me about- 'cause that's a
You
lot
hear
of-
nobody from the other side coming out denying the shit. He's standing on it. Like he's standing on it. Like, you know what I mean? He like, yo, I know the other nigga that they paid. He said he got the tape, but basically he like a broker because I'm whack 100.
Right.
He got the tape. Me and him, you know what I mean? If whenever he want to do that, I'm going to broker whatever that is.
Right,
But he got the tape, y'all. They paid him and his girl paid him. He was like, man, this big you niece. He like, man, yo, you see, she ain't coming out and saying nothing. He's standing on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is then.
Heavily standing on
It
that
is
shit. Heavily.
then.
He's standing all the way on that shit.
He's standing on that motherfucker. He's standing on and also in that phone conversation, he said he be putting the squeeze on Gilly and Wallow and fucking Nori. Cause he said they know they gotta come to LA. He said them niggas know they gotta come to LA. So I put the squeeze on them niggas every chance I get.
Damn.
Moving on. Shit. Moving on, man. Moving on.
Ain't heard from Gilly and them yet. Ain't heard from Nori yet.
Moving on. Shit. Well, we know the LA culture is, when you come,
Yeah, it's
you gotta,
different there.
you gotta pay to play kind of thing in LA. Certain places you gotta pay to play. LA, Detroit is definitely pay to play. I mean, they make it public. You gotta check in type of
No
thing.
fly zone.
Yeah, you gotta check in.
That's the original no fly zone. I don't know anything about that Denver Broncos shit. I ain't gonna say I don't know anything about
Yeah, Detroit, the original.
Trick.
Trick, nigga. No fun zone, nigga. He started a phenomenon.
Gotta check in.
You gotta check in.
But yo, you know what though? That poses a question though. That poses a question that I always felt. Me myself always felt. Even though there may be a criminal element to it, from the explanation I got, when it was on, I can't remember the name of the TV show, but he was like, he said all these artists come to our hoods and take the money and just leave, and our hood's still fucked up when they leave.
Yo, you know what? What's the name said the best though? The nigga Mozzie.
Okay.
From Cali, nigga. He said. He said when you come in, it ain't even checking in about getting extorted. He's like the thing we asking niggas is when y'all check in and y'all want the smoke and the bitches and y'all want the, you know what I'm saying? Come holler at, you know what I'm saying? Check in like that. Give the money to us. Don't go fucking with these dispensaries, these high-priced white boys. You know what I'm saying? Come fuck with the hood niggas that got this smoke, that got this shit. You know what I'm saying? Come fuck with us. Other than that, because if you come spend some of that money, nigga gonna leave you be. But other than that, you doing your thing.
You food though.
Fuck yeah, you food.
Food if you know what I mean. They figure, all right, well, okay, you out here flossing and all that shit. You food.
We know you spending money.
I always.
All we ask is a couple. Man, just spend a couple thousand, couple hundred over here.
Now I always wanted to be the type of artist. You know what I'm saying? When I got to a certain type of stature, like, no, I want to go there and go to your motherfucking boys and girls clubs. I want to go there and maybe go to motherfucking a park. You're having a motherfucking park jump. Fuck it, I'll go. You know what I'm saying? Go and do that shit in people's hoods. Different, I always wanted to do that kind of shit, so I don't know I don't know if the checking in, I'm like, yo, man, what the fuck can we all do? You know what I'm saying? On some other shit. What can we all do?
That's what I heard. Nigga said, I was watching this shit. Motherfucker said, yo, when they used to go to New York, Idris Elba was their weed man.
Not DJ Idris Elba, man.
Say he was a bodyguard for he was bodyguard for it was some rapper.
Yep.
He was bodyguard, but he was the weed man.
He was the door man at like a club somewhere.
He was the weed man.
That's how he got.
Like when you came into town, you'll call him. You know what I mean? You'll call him to get whatever you was looking for.
Dave Chappelle.
It was Dave Chappelle. And he usually would let, like, whatever rap, because, Dave Chappelle hang with all the rappers. He either let Busta Rhymes or know, you know what I mean, yo, such and such just called me about some weed. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, yo, you want to hook up with Bus, yo, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Talib Kweli, you know what I mean, yo. It's like, man, you had to call Idris Elba to get some bud. You come to New York. They said when you got to Atlanta, you had to hit 2 Chainz. If you wanted some bud in Atlanta, you had to call 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
And that was your way of checking in. He gonna let everybody else know that you in the city. You know what I mean? And all it cost you was a couple $100,000, maybe $1,000.
Chump change.
You know what I mean?
For a
couple ounces of game. And now you cool all through the city.
Right.
You spent money with a thorough nigga.
Right.
And now you can float through the city. Yeah, you know what I mean?
What kind of experience was like? Nah, because it was funny. I heard somewhere, you know, where Nas had jumped out on Snoop, and he said it was in L.A., but he jumped out on him. But Snoop was with some Crips. You know what I'm saying? He said Nas jumped out on a whole red, you know what I'm saying, sweatsuit. Like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? This was in the hood. This was in the 90s. And he was like, yo, man, you can't just be doing that. He said, but yo, like, yo, I kind of know that whatever, but I'm saying I'm trying to see people's hoods, and I saw you. I was like, oh, shit. He said, but it turned out to, since you did, you know, you breaking bread all in the hoods. He said, niggas started shooting dice and everything. Oh, nigga, what's wrong? Nah, come on, they shooting dice. Fuck, come on, you know what I'm saying? So, do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, do that. When you go to, I certainly say this, you come to Delaware, man, check in with some people. They'll set you up properly. Check in with some people. Not on some old bullshit like they trying to extort you. Like, nah, man. This nigga ain't lunch around here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, go over here and get something. You want something to eat, go here. You know what I'm saying? You need something like this. You know, go here, or I go with you. You know what I'm saying? Put the word out. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I feel that, yo.
All right, man. So listen, you know, guess you got to check in. You got to check in. So moving on, man.
Young boy said, nigga, this is the only rap we jacking. Fuck you talking about? That nigga pay good. 6'9" pay good, nigga.
Guys, some rowdy young boys around, I guess, man. Guys, some rowdy young boys.
I guess they was in Cincinnati, but I was like, damn, he got a policy. You know,
They ain't jacking no rap, nigga. He the only rap they jacking. Yeah. He called that nigga a rat to his face. Nigga, you the only rap we jacking, nigga.
He's alright with it though.
He ain't had no choice, nigga. They'd have killed him outside.
He had no choice but to be alright.
You already got kidnapped before.
Yeah, by his own
Done
people.
with that shit.
He got kidnapped by his own people.
He trying to play the rules.
That's some wild shit to get kidnapped by your own people. Who you trust after that point?
Them niggas was dirty niggas, though. That's what you call dirty young boys.
Who you trust at that point, though? You know? So listen, last week, man, we had an explosive episode, man. We had, you know, Low Cut Geno on here, man. And we was, you know, we had a little bar fest going on for a little bit. We broke out in a little bar fest. But we will try to present some exclusive rap content, man. Some battle rap content. Some real shit. And try to add a little fire and ice piece on the scene. You know what I mean? Sprinkle a little R shit on the rap scene, man. I think it's a void there that I think that might be able to contribute to. Shout out to Low Cut Geno. Shout out to Liver Skipper, man. Young Ibn. I need that motherfucking pyramid punch too, baby. You know, we lacking right now. We need that pyramid punch, man. We lacking.
Shout out to Cash Only.
Yeah, shout out to Cash Only.
Leggy. Man, Tink. Man, Auto.
Breeze.
Man, Briz.
hey yo, I wanna ask our rap community. I wanna ask our Delaware rap community, man. Who would y'all like to see in a battle of Delaware MCs? Who would y'all like to see in the battle? Because it was brought to me, I want to say, sort of kind of by my nephew. You know, I ain't gonna say he's vested or anything like that, but it was kind of, I mean, not saying my nephew, but the idea was brought to me by my nephew. It's like, it's like I wouldn't mind seeing these two young men go at it. If I caught hold of a young man, actually the Delaware Confidential, I think. You know, so, oh wow, who's this guy? And I was pronouncing his name wrong. I thought it was Jenna. Like, oh wow, he's kind of, you know, he's pretty tough. But then I got caught onto a guy. I was like, wow, he's really nice. And he's like, nah, he's the guy in the rap scene. You know what I'm saying? Briz Rothstein. So I was like, I think right now, those are the two guys I would probably want to see as the two top titans. I ain't gonna say two top titans, but that's who I would want to see.
Briz a goddamn star.
They ain't never battled.
They're not battling.
Nah.
That's the same. Okay, same can. Okay, I got that. And that's what I'm saying. I'm unfamiliar, but I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? I love this shit. But there's some people out there. Matter of fact, I've been seeing some clips of Tig, the Demon. Tink, I'm sorry, Tink the Demon. I said, I wouldn't be mad to see him battling somebody, man.
Tink was rising in URL, then, you know, a little sabbatical.
Yeah,
Tink,
the URL battle
Tink
that
tough.
just happened.
Tink tough, man. Tink is very
Yeah,
tough.
the URL battle.
Yeah, I think he was.
Wasn't
Danny. What? No,
Jaden Knight. He just battled. He had one recently. He battled Jaden Nightwing.
Tink back on his shit.
He battled Jaden Nightwing.
Tink back on his
I didn't
shit.
see the battle. I don't know how he did. I hope he did great because Jaden Nightwing ain't all that.
I like Jaden Nightwing. He okay. He's got an awkward, off balance style you got to get used to. But I like Jay.
He's
unorthodox.
He's a knuckleball.
Yeah, he's unorthodox.
He's a knuckleball.
He's definitely unorthodox.
He's a knuckleball screwball.
Yeah, he's an unorthodox motherfucker. So it's not, you know, you going against him is some wild, weird shit you got to prepare for. Because he's one of them guys. He's one of them guys. Shit, man.
Hey, yo.
We definitely gonna try to bring you.
Now, we don't do the try thing, man. We're going to bring you some shit.
We're bringing
We're going to bring you some shit.
So battle rap content.
Yeah, we're going to bring you some shit.
Videos, Delaware artists.
Yes.
Everything, man. Coming soon.
Absolutely.
Coming soon.
Hey, yo. I thought something was real crazy because I was on the man's side until some things had happened. I'm pretty sure you may not be all the way up on it, and I just been caught. I was like, damn, that's fat. On the Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Pete Davidson love triangle, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this nigga got the names of his kids, Kanye kids, on his neck. I said, now you can cross the line now, nigga. You can cross the motherfucking line now, nigga, man. Come on, man. You should just stuck with, we out and about playing on, you know, on the jungle gym. Now you ain't got north, east, south, and west tattoo right here. You can cross the line now, nigga. They ain't your kids. I know. I said, those are my kids. Those are my kids. My kids. If I look up and start seeing my kids' names on something, I'm like, hold up. Oh, you can cross the line now, nigga. Now you can poke the bear back.
Man, that ain't for that man, kids, man.
Huh?
I think that's one of them double entendre type shits.
Yup.
I got a tattoo, but I'm going to fuck with you.
North, south, east, west.
I'm going to fuck with you. He's a comedian. I'm going to fuck with you.
North, south, east, west.
Speaking of comedians. Man.
Man, listen. I don't even, listen. Now, listen. I know that bitch is fucked up and crazy, but you would be fucked up and crazy if you let that nigga get your child's name tattooed on him. Come on, Kim.
Yeah, I don't think she's.
Come on, I don't think you would be like, that's so cute. I don't think.
Now, let me ask you this though. With that being said, Why would you even let him go as far as to put north, south, east, west?
Well, you can't control what I do.
Yeah, you can't control that, but you
Can't
ain't
control what I
That's
do.
not the kid.
I might not. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, Kim was cool. Like,
Because they explain
You know-
you. Nah, because then when y'all explain what happened, what you explain what you just doing, we can make money off this. We get all the blogs, we go pick it up, motherfuckers gonna take pictures. You
Remember,
can
she's
show
a
it.
cash cow.
You can show it off.
She's a cash cow.
You can show it off
Fair.
all you want.
As much as even what Ray J revealed recently
But
about
I listen.
Ray J revealed recently that that was a whole.
I told you.
That's a whole plan from the mom. You know what I'm saying? The mom engineered that whole plan. So he said, I'm not gonna let you motherfuckers drag me through the mud. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, tell the real truth. You making it sound like because their little, the little show makes it look like, I finally got my tapes back, yada yada yada. We made those tapes under an agreement. What the fuck are you talking about? I didn't hijack your tapes. We made those tapes as an agreement because there was more footage.
yo, did you?
Now, the extent of the footage is pretty.
Now, from what I hear, shout out to Whack 100 again.
Whack 100 always in some shit.
He is in there somewhere like,
Yeah, with the
I got
tapes.
many tapes. Like, wow, I thought it was just the one tape. The one night in, I'm thinking about
Nah,
Paris.
he said he
But,
got a tape with her first husband. The nigga that was in BMF. The nigga that was down with Big Meech. You ain't know she was married to a Big Meech worker?
I did not know
You ain't know she was married to a Big Meech sidekick?
Big Meat's back up there.
She was married like 3
The
times.
nigga Darren Thomas. The
Nigga,
nigga
shit like J
The
Lo.
nigga was BMF.
Oh, shit.
He the reason why they got knocked. But he didn't tell.
Right, nah,
He eventually told, but they had got knocked. Southwest T got pulled over with jewelry, $4 million worth of jewelry. You know what I'm saying? That was in that nigga name. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get that much jewelry, you know what I'm saying? Boom. That's how Jacob got caught up in the case. So when they went to the nigga Kim Kardashian husband and
Money
Jacob.
laundering.
And Jacob, when you I ain't even know this, but when you sell that much jewelry, you gotta document
You
that.
gotta check
shit.
it in. Now
Yeah,
you gotta-
It's almost like
It's like the money.
Yeah,
like
like
free
free.
over
like
a certain
free
amount of
shit.
cash
Yeah.
that has got to be reported.
Yeah,
so.
and Jacob wasn't doing that, so
Right.
that's why he did the time for. He got caught up with the BMF
He
shit,
did a
but that's
couple
what
years.
it was.
He did a couple years.
Terry got caught with $4 million worth of jewelry on him, Southwest chick.
So listen, since we were talking about Pete Davidson and comedians, man, it's a pretty big event over the past week, man. Motherfucker, hit Dave Chappelle with a spear on stage. Speared that nigga like Goldberg and shit, man. Gave him one of them edge spears and shit. And then got convinced to get the brakes beat off him by all-star caster, motherfucker. He got his ass beat by all-star caster niggas, man.
Hey,
Buster
yo,
Rhymes, who's who in the entertainment business and shit.
Did you see the man's arm? Like, your arm ain't supposed to go like that. Yo,
It
and
put
the
the
crazy
beats on that
thing
man.
was when you ran on stage and Dave must got a pretty strong core. He hit him.
But Dave ain't a small motherfucker no more. This ain't like Dave from. This ain't Dave from Half Baked anymore.
Right, yeah, this ain't Thurgood. This ain't Thurgood, motherfucker.
Dave called Muskie now. You know what I mean?
You hit it, yeah, clean shot. You couldn't even put him down. You supposed to wrap up. If you know anything about football,
Well, must always say, close in, wrap it, lift.
There it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, man, when I saw his arm handcuffed to the motherfucking
Put the beats on that man, yo.
yo, his arm was handcuffed to the motherfucking Gertie. But it was like this, like, yo, I ain't supposed to see your elbow like that.
His elbow was like rotated, man, like a whole like 45 degree. They fucked that man up bad, man. They
Yeah,
sit that man out on a stretcher, bro.
Let the record reflect this motherfucking. I don't know if it was his left or his right, but that motherfucker was fucked up.
Yo, the footage, they was stomping a mud hole in this nigga's ass, man. As Charlie Murphy would say, you stomp a mud hole in his ass, bro. It was fucking that nigga up, man. It was bad. So with that being said, man, is a motherfucker gonna get shot on stage, bro? Like, is a motherfucker? Is the next joke a motherfucker gonna crack? Is a motherfucker gonna pull his pistol out and put it on stage and dare a motherfucker to walk up? Is that where we going?
I hope.
That would be funny though.
I hope
that would be hilarious.
I hope that right now that we're
What,
in.
if a comedian shoot the nigga?
If a comedian pull his pistol out on stage and put that shit on the stool.
Oh yeah, I can see Cat Williams doing that.
Yeah, motherfucker pull his pistol out
I
on
can see
stage.
Cat Williams putting his joint on the stage, daring him up, man. I damn
Shut up, hot smoker.
I triple dog dare ya.
Motherfuckers to jump up this motherfucker.
I triple dog dare you.
I hope we're now in the time we just stretching out the boundaries and we seeing like we're going too far, because that's really, man, it's just inappropriate, man, to run on stage and hit somebody. Man, look, man, they at their job, man, doing their job, man. You think about it, you don't want to be at your job, somebody just run up and hit you because you didn't flip the burger right. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool, man. You just can't do that shit, man. These are words, man. You can't be trying to tackle motherfuckers and slap motherfuckers over words. Come on, man. Come on, now.
But it is because it's always a progression of things. It always gets worse before it gets better. So one motherfucker come on stage and smack another grown man. You got dude. Now, mind you, this guy that tackled Thurgood had weaponry on him. He had a poker on him.
This nigga had a gun-shaped knife.
Yeah, he had a poker on him and shit. Listen.
Hey, security.
That nigga ran up on Thurgood though.
Thurgood.
Nigga ran up on him, Rick James, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies.
So here's the thing. So how long is it gonna be before a motherfucker don't run up on stage and a motherfucker sitting in the crowd and he don't like what a motherfucker say and pull a whammy out and don't run up on stage, but just
now that part, man. I hope we're at the point where we realize, man, we done took this too damn far. Running up on stage with people just cracking jokes.
My thing is, it always gets worse before it gets better.
That's what I'm saying. I hope we realize that this. I hope we like this is the worst, y'all.
This is
crazy.
serious, man.
It's gonna happen though. Either
that's what I'm saying. I hope we
either
don't have to get to that point.
Either a comedian gonna poke a nigga,
or it's gonna be at one of them little clubs that don't know, you know what I mean, where a comedian can stand up there with his jigger,
the laugh box and shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be something. It's gonna
the laugh box.
It ain't gonna be probably no major shit, cause you know it's a whole bunch of precautions and all that when you coming through in them joints. But it's gonna be at one of them hole in the wall comedy spots. A nigga gonna try a comedian and get poked up or get dusted off, or a nigga gonna have snuck the burner in the club, and I don't even see that happening though, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't know though, man, cause
I don't know, bro.
Cause I'm saying, listen. With that situation, with that situation, what I say about that situation is, alright, if you an audience member that's coming in the club with a gun.
First of all, why?
Yeah, first of all, why? And then
why.
is it a chance?
Psycho motherfuckers though.
Yeah, I'm saying, and that's what I said. It just gotta be the luck of something for you to have the gun in here and not happen to say a joke you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, this nigga happened to have a gun in here.
But all right, so let me say, okay, so
and I happen to say a joke he doesn't.
No, I don't think it's gonna be a happen situation. This motherfucker that ran up on Thurgood has a song or some shit, right? Did he have he's actually rapped about fucking up Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, some just Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
so it wasn't about fucking him up. It was Chappelle.
It might be a situation where it's like it's a motherfucker that just got an axe to grind against you, man. Like you done had a skit that the motherfucker ain't feeling, and he look on your schedule. All right, this motherfucker gonna be in Tuscaloosa. Bet. All right, motherfucker. So he go there in Tuscaloosa. Now, mind you, it might be somewhere he know. You know what I mean? Might got some connections and shit. Bubba at the gate, let him through and shit.
But what you describing is not a joke making fun of me. That's stalking.
Right.
But there might be some elements of that though. There might be some elements because, like I said, it gets worse before it gets better. So yeah, that could be possible.
Follow me. That's different than just me happening to be at a show and you say a joke that.
Well, I'm saying
I'm to the core that I don't like.
And I just happen to be the motherfucker that got a burner in there.
Got a burner. Now if I've been to 5 shows stalking you,
right,
and then I just happen to pop you, that's something.
Now, so it's more likely for the comic to have the burner or the poker.
Yeah,
and a motherfucker run up on the motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like if for the comic, oh, you want to spontaneously run up here? All right, bang, bang, bang.
Right. It's a difference between that, you know what I'm saying? Like I just came to the comedy club and he said something about me tonight. Oh, nigga.
I'm gonna go to his next show. And if he say that same joke, I'ma shoot you. You weird. If you follow the jokes to get it sorted, you weird. Right. You know what I mean?
You don't went from Gary, Indiana
to get it sorted. You know what I mean?
Serious, man.
To hear this transgender joke.
But that's he got rap lyrics somewhere that's because it may be some stalkerism.
Yeah, that's some stalker shit. But just that's what I said. Just out of the blue, a nigga happened to be
from Teaneck, New Jersey, all the way to motherfucker.
A nigga happened to be in the lab house with a gun. And you start saying such and such jokes, and
you crack a comedian crack on your girl and shit. Oh, wow.
Now that's different if you got a comedian like that.
And you got a gangster in the audience and shit, and the motherfucker got the burner on.
That's different if you got comedians that interact with the crowd.
That's a different.
So you think that might be dead now? Like that might be kind of like, all right, we're gonna leave that shit alone.
I hope so.
That shit was kind of died out anyway, though. I ain't really see too many comedians that grab the crowd like that. They be really established comedians.
That's
that do that. The DL Hughley's, the Kevin.
The hole in the walls. That's their thing, though. The hole in the wall. Yeah. They might run out of source material, man. It might be a motherfucker. It's a lot of material in the audience, man. It's a lot of material in the audience, bro.
Think about it like this, though. All right, see, we talking about people on stage performing. Okay. Let's just subtract a comedian, and let's just say it's about 12 motherfuckers from the hood rapping on stage.
That's not gonna happen. Ain't nobody running up
on
stage.
Hold tight.
Ain't nobody running up on stage.
You
might not make it off stage.
Let us let the record reflect that some of these people who make some of this music perform some of these songs.
That's why it's 12 niggas on stage.
Do we think there may be a time when opera singers and country music singers and people in Little House of Horrors, Little Shop of Horrors play? Are they gonna get ran up on? That's what I'm saying. Because that's what I'm saying. You just take out. This is a comedian,
right? He's supposed to be. This is supposed to be a light, airy, jokey.
Right.
Well, with comedy, but comedy can offend and cut to the core.
He didn't tell a joke about the dude. It just happened to be a comedian. You feel what I'm saying? Why comedians? He's like, yo.
But it's been in every instance. You can say there's been. I ain't gonna say that I know for say, but I can pretty much say there's been a crowd runner, a stage runner in every genre. That's
some sort of incident.
Yeah, that's nothing like. That wouldn't be that's really not nothing.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? So if Shania Twain was up there singing and someone ran up there and tried to grab her and all that would happen. It would be surprising at the moment, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be like, oh, that's never, you know what I mean? Like
they hang out at their houses at their security fences.
You know what I mean? That ain't nothing that, you know what I mean? That's far fetched.
Right.
That's never nothing far fetched. You know what I mean? It been at sporting events at all. If I just was doing it at the Minnesota Timberwolves game.
Ooh, perfect segue. Not only that, perfect segue. So let's get into some motherfucking sports shit, man. It's about that time. Perfect segue. Since we talking about crowd interference
go ahead. Yeah, you can talk about
crowd interference and shit like that. Chris Paul's family just got involved in the sort of kerfuffle.
How are you? Man, look.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Lay it out, Coach.
Wait a minute. This is a playoff game. Stakes is high.
Yes.
Fan puts their hands on this man's family. What's the protocol? Is now, mind you, we just had a situation where, the NBA. Now, Kevin Durant is on record trashing fans. That's what he does. That's sort of like his new thing. He trashes fans for the most part. For what fans say. So it's a two-way street now. It's open season two-way street type shit. Niggas been getting beat up getting beat up in the link for a minute now. I just ain't never been actual players' family.
Now, I'm saying players. If I'm gonna have somebody there with my peoples and they just better go all out. If somebody do something, go all out. But I don't think players should just
trashing fans.
Midway running up the court, run to the stands.
Suck my dick, you bitch ass nigga.
Or
a Marcus Peters incident, getting off the bench, walking to the crowd, talking about, y'all remember the Marcus Peters shit?
Yeah. Nah, because listen, man, that shit. Listen, man, I'm saying that shit wrong, but that shit go both ways though. That shit go both ways.
Huh?
Nah, because if you having a career night dropping 65 and a nigga saying suck my dick, you ain't gonna be ready to run in the stands and fight.
That's just that part.
But if you're having a shitty night
or you're
losing and nigga saying, oh, suck my dick.
The context.
Fight.
It's the circumstances.
It's the circumstances.
Win, lose, or draw.
You gonna point to the scoreboard when you up.
Yeah, you're not gonna like it, but you're not gonna. If you up 60, if you dropping, you ain't gonna. What? If you doing your thing, man. If I'm out here doing my thing, man, keep yelling. Yeah, man, keep yelling, nigga. Keep yelling, pussy. Keep yelling, pussy. Nigga, I got 45. Keep yelling, pussy. Nigga, I got 60. Keep yelling, pussy.
Hey, but that part is, I'm totally fine with that. But where you cross the line is when I'm sitting on the bench. I got 3 fouls. We got, what I'm saying? In the second quarter, it's like 11 minutes left in the second quarter.
You hitting me with your funnel cake plate?
Right, you know what I'm saying? But no, I'm saying, if you look up in the crowd and somebody's touching my mom, which they said that was happening, there was some type of physical. Now that there, I sort of kind of I resort to what Shaq said. You know what? I'm just going to have me a cousin, or I'm going to have me someone that holds my family near and dear to their heart, and we're going to clean that shit up.
Right.
But, I want to say but, I swear, as fans, I want to say some of the rudest, most ignorant shit to some of the players. I can't wait till I see Ben Simmons. I can't fucking wait. I can't wait this shit I'm going to say to him. But what I'm saying is, the operative word is what I'm going to say. I'm not going to touch nobody.
Right. I'm
not going to try to, physically try to intimidate anyone at all. If I'm like, nah, I'm just saying shit. I might say some foul shit, but dang, that was foul. I might not even take it back on the spot. But I am not in any way, shape, or form going to touch anybody. And I'll even go a step further to say, after the game, I might go over to some people and say, yeah, that was just the game. I was talking mad shit. You gave it back to me. It was all respect. It's all love. I respect you. I know I said some fucked up shit. I want to apologize. You said some fucked up shit. It's all good. We ain't put our hands on each other. It's all good. So I've had those conversations. I'm not putting my hands on nobody. So the one thing I'm saying is, there are certain times there words and phrases where they say, that's what the money's for.
Okay.
Please don't, I understand.
I'm sorry, say that again?
That's what the money's for. I do not advocate any players running to the stand like get cousin, get cut like nah. You come over this motherfucker, you touch my auntie one more motherfucking time, I'm slamming you on your motherfucking neck. You feel what I'm saying? That's what the fuck's going to happen around this motherfucker. Chris Paul, Clint Paul, John Paul, motherfucker, whoever the fuck.
He should have had Kareem Paul on the payroll and stand with,
that's
with
what
his mom.
I said what Shaq said, man. Just have somebody, man. Listen, go all out. I got your bail. Whatever motherfucker want to hit you with, I got you. We gonna fight it.
Listen, bud.
Motherfucker ain't gonna keep touching my folk.
I'm not an advocate of it, but no, you know what? I got some people. You touch any of our people. That's what it is. You touch. Now you can say what the fuck you want, cause we got some thick-skinned motherfuckers in our family.
They sue you like they can sue me.
Right? You feel what I'm saying? We got some thick-skinned motherfuckers, and they can give it just as good as they can take it. So that part is nothing. As soon as they get to the fisticuffs, no, we ain't know the women and children. We got to Peter roll some motherfucking people. We take the meat back to the crib off y'all motherfuckers.
It was a little boy too. It was a little nigga.
A young nigga, man.
He had like a teenager.
He probably
Young adolescent.
He probably got school tomorrow.
Local youth.
He talked about that crazy ass food.
Local youth.
He was at the lunch table. Talking cash shit.
He one of my little crazy cousins.
He go to an all-white school. Cause if
You
he
talk
went to
crazy,
my school,
man.
If he went to my school, I'd have beat him up on GP.
Fucking with Chris Paul.
I'd have smacked that nigga up on GP, nigga.
This is motherfucking Mother's Day. Don't you know no better? What the fuck is wrong with you?
So listen, man. With that being said, speaking of the NBA, man, we had an announcement this week, man. MVP announcement. Turns out Nikola Jokic has won his second MVP award. Shout out to Nikola Jokic, the Joker.
How you feel about that?
Let me get to it. Fabulous player, man. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's not deserving of the MVP. I mean, he's definitely a candidate in my opinion, you know. But do I think he should have gotten the award? No, I do not. Unfortunately, not this year. And I'll tell you why. Because here's the problem. Because there's no rhyme or reason why he should have won that award. Because if this is truly a regular season award, then he was outperformed in the regular season. His team finished 6th in that conference, right? Troll Embiid finished what? 4th? So you're better in that category.
But within, like, you know, it came down to the last game.
No.
You know what I'm saying? For the number one seed. You know, so that's how close it was.
Yeah, so you, with a one game determined that man could have very well finished the number 1 or 2 seed. So, and secondly, it's about narrative too. You can't play the narrative card because there was really no narrative favoring Nikola Jokic. What narrative could you use? You know, there was no narrative that really favored him. So you can't really lean on that. Oh, well, he's doing it and he ain't really got his pieces with him. Well, Joel Embiid didn't, quote unquote, have his all-star piece with him the majority of the year.
This is what y'all say.
So, I mean, when you talk about carrying a team, he had the moments. He had them. There's all-star moments. MVP moments. Embiid had MVP moments. So you can't necessarily say it's a regular season award when you give it away during the second half of the second round. When technically a guy that you may want to give it to may very well be home. So not only did, in my opinion, Embiid have MVP moments in the regular season, he had a playoff MVP moment. He literally propelled his team into the second round, right? With a game-winning shot. He propelled his team into, and not only that, to further that, he did not play in the first 2 games in the series, right?
We looked terrible.
He comes back and what happens?
They win too.
They win too. What argument is there for Nikola? Now, this is not a Nikola Jokic bash session. What I'm saying is,
Sure.
nah, it's not. It's not. It's definitely not because it's not like we talking about fucking Dwayne Shinsis winning MVP.
Right, yeah.
We're not talking about that. But unfortunately, we're talking about the criteria that goes into voting for the MVP. What criteria are you fucking using?
Yo, what I saw when it came to Nikola Jokic, I was like, at a certain point in the season, I was like, the MVP will be Nikola Jokic again, and it was like it sort of seemed like a lot of people seen it coming as well. Not saying that Joel Embiid wasn't just as worthy, Giannis Antetokounmpo wasn't just as worthy. Some people say Ja Morant, whatever, or Luka, whatever. When it came down to it, to me, when we split in very fine hair, some of the finest hairs, if you carry your team a little bit further than this guy carries his team, even though some of the stats are very comparable, some of this, you know what I'm saying, some way in some favor, some way in others' favor. When you have people who look, we have been the Sixers. The Sixers was in contention within 2 or 3 games all season long, if not in the number 1 slot. A couple days, a couple here and there, without our what y'all call superstar all-star Benjamin Simmons. And I'm like, well, hold on. We actually could have been Miami Heat with the number 1 seed. You see that it's 2-2, very favorable. We could have won very well, easily split in Miami. You know, if we had a Joel Embiid, we don't even know if they would have got to the second round with Nikola Jokic. We seen what happened with a Nikola Jokic. You went home. Now, when it comes to those very fine hairs, to me, Joel Embiid carried his team a little bit further than Giannis Antetokounmpo did because he had just a little bit, slight tad more help, and Nikola Jokic because they got to the first round and got gentleman's sweep, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, gentleman's sweep.
See you out of here. We'll send your MVP in the mail. Thank you. And to me, when you actually see people who really affect the game like that, I'm like, okay, well, I think a lot of people had it right for either Joel or Giannis.
So would you rather see the MVP given as soon as the regular season ends?
Yeah, I would have.
You think they gonna pull up Marc Gasol?
What's that?
Give Joel first team even though he ain't get MVP like they did Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol was
That's a jewel right there.
Marc Gasol was second team All NBA, but he was second team All Defense, but he was Defensive Player of the Year.
They fixed that rule. You don't have to be a center to be first. You can have 2-3 centers. It's just front court and back court. Sort of kind of like the All-Star game. Front court, back court. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
because you remember that year,
because
Marc Gasol was Defensive Player of the Year, but he was second team All Defense.
Right.
That's terrible. That makes no fucking sense.
How does that happen? How does that happen?
Zero fucking sense.
How does that happen? You know what I mean? But these are the people. Look, you know what? I want to go on record right here, Fire and Ice, that we are publicly advocating for some type of vote in these motherfucking awards. MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, Executive of the Year.
I just think that
What
you should.
kind of shit
I
is
think if this is the MVP award, you should give it out as soon as the end of the regular season is over.
Yeah, you got
give it away before the playoffs start, and then change the Finals MVP to playoff MVP. Because ultimately, you're not going to give the MVP to a motherfucker that loses in the first or second round. You're going to give it to a motherfucker that lasts.
I will.
You know what I'm saying? You playoff MVP or postseason. As a matter of fact, you can keep it Finals MVP because ultimately you're talking about the playoff MVP at the end of the day, right?
Right.
You're talking about the second half of the season. Just give the regular season award away at the end of the regular season. That gives it more fucking It gives it more credibility. Because this was, I'm not going to say the wrong guy won, but actually I'm going to say the wrong guy won. The wrong guy won. I think Joel Embiid.
Yo, can I ask you a question?
Please do.
Who having a better run with the Warriors, Steph Curry or Jordan Poole?
A better run?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure the context of your question because it just sounds crazy.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Who is significantly right now through the playoffs the best player on the Golden State Warriors?
Who's having
Is
a
it
better
Steph
run
Curry or Jordan Poole?
I'm gonna say Steph Curry until you prove me wrong, because it's got to be a reason you even mentioned that malarkey. It has to be.
Yo, ho.
Yeah, Jordan Poole, the leading scorer of the team.
Right, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're the best player.
Starting and coming off the knot.
That doesn't necessarily mean you're the best player, though. That doesn't necessarily mean that. You're averaging the most points. You may be the most efficient right now, but at the end of the day, who are the defenses geared to stop, though? They're not geared to start. They're still geared to stop number 30, though. Or is that? Or you saying that's changed?
Nah, but I'm saying they geared to stop number 30, but in the first round, number 30 was coming off the knot.
Well, because of injuries. Number 30 was injured. Yeah, number 30 was injured.
I know because
Let's
of the injuries.
put some context to that.
But
he's actually
it was switched to geared to stop him, and they couldn't do it, and now you still can't do it.
Nice. Just good job this year, dude. Do that shit over.
That's 2 years in a row.
For Jordan Poole?
Yeah, he did it without Steph.
Man,
Steph and them didn't play last year. You know, Steph was hurt. It was just him out there with Draymond Green.
That's a good problem to have, though.
He averaged 18 last year.
Good problem to have.
Without them.
I really like Jordan.
With all them back, he averaged 22.
It's a good problem to have.
I really like Jordan Poole, man. I mean, I swear, to me,
I thought Weidman would be the one to change their team, but no, it's been Poole.
He'll be back next year.
You know,
Wiseman will be back next year.
Yeah, but I thought he was going to be the one that transcended the team, but I'm wrong.
With him and Poole with that, because Wiseman, you know what I mean? They just missing the big body.
Wiseman. I still got to see.
I mean, we're forgetting Wiggins, though. Wiggins been a vital part.
Wiggins has been a person that may be slightly underrated this season. You know what I'm saying? This season, he's.
But that's what I said. I was like, I'm looking at this nigga Jordan Poole. I'm like, yo, he started the first round, and he just was clearly unstoppable.
Yeah, you're never gonna get me to say that
and
he
now,
is more valuable.
What's the name? Got his spot back, and he coming off the knot. But when he comes into the game, he is unstoppable.
Right, but we also have to account for game planning. Like, you know, when you're Steph Curry, you're attracting the eyes of the defense, man. So, you know, it's easier for a guy like that to get going, man. Like, especially if you're efficient, you can do that with the Warriors. If you're efficient, because the Warriors, their style is a passing style of basketball. If you're open, they're gonna get you the ball. Period. They're gonna get you the ball. If you're open, and 9 times out of 10, Jordan Poole's gonna be open. They're not game planning against Jordan Poole. They're game planning against Klay Thompson. They're game planning against Steph Curry, and you're the beneficiary of the game planning. That's just my opinion.
Let me
They're
ask.
not open shots.
They're not open shots.
Nah, they like, yo, you can't stand in front of me. I'm just like Ja Morant. You can't stand in front of me. I'm a bake boo 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 boo, and I'm gonna go to the basket.
Hey,
I can shoot. I'm gonna shoot these long threes too, because motherfuckers don't, like you said, motherfuckers don't really care if I miss. You know what I mean? But I'm not missing.
Yeah,
I'm nice.
yeah, it's different. It's different when you the
nice,
focal
nigga.
point and you fucking averaging 30 points a game. It's different. When you the focal point and you averaging 30 points a game, it's different. Now, Jordan Poole being a focal point, you know, he averaging 21, 22.
All season.
Yeah, 21, 22. That's cute.
All season,
That's
though.
cute. But when you the focal point, you averaging.
Well, I think what the Iceman is trying to say.
I mean, they got a player. They got a player.
He did. He was the guy. He there was no other guy last year.
Yeah, it wasn't nobody. It was.
So what was he averaging last year?
He averaged 18.
18
now-
and there wasn't nobody else there?
Nah, just Draymond.
Right.
Steph was hurt. Clay was hurt.
Right.
They didn't
How
have
much
no-
did he average?
He averaged 18.
How much
That's
did he
why I
average?
said I should have won most improved player.
How much did he average?
18.
And the question was at the beginning of the debate was, what's the opening question? Who's having a better run?
Yeah, right now. Because now his averages are higher.
Yeah,
Okay.
he-
What's his average
For the
now?
season, he averaged 22
Okay. So we're talking
For the
18.
season.
So 18 and 22.
to 22.
As opposed to Steph Curry's.
But I think he's averaging.
What was Steph Curry averaging before he?
Playoffs. I
Hold
think
on.
he's
What
averaging
was
even more in the playoffs?
What was Steph Curry averaging before he got? He was leading. He was one of the leading scorers before he
But
got
before
hurt.
he got hurt?
Before he got hurt.
In the league, he was probably averaging like 28.
Yeah. So we talking 28 as opposed to 21. I go out, you bump up slightly to what 23. But when I come back, I'm still the guy.
But now we both together, and I'm the guy.
Actually, you're not. You're still not the guy.
We both
I'm
the
scoring
guy.
more than you every game.
That's what that's
both
all.
the
That's what
guy.
matters. That's what I'm scoring more.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well,
I think I'm just having. I think I'm just having off games.
But
I'm having off games. We know who the guy is though.
Steph has had a couple, but he's had a couple
Okay.
very fucking good games too. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the record reflect that. Shit, Jordan Poole, man, I'm a believer. I'm a big believer in Jordan Poole.
I think they
man.
got a hell of a piece right
Hey,
there.
they found
I'm a
one.
big
Yeah.
believer,
They definitely
man.
found one.
And it goes along with their culture. Like that. Got another one.
They found one.
Yeah,
Another
I'm
one.
a big believer in Jordan Poole.
It's the
man.
Warrior way, man. The Warrior way works. Clearly.
Yes, it does.
It
I-
works, man.
I ain't mad at them, man. I mean, I
They
swear,
gonna
man.
make
If I could
somebody
ever,
expendable.
if I could ever ask Kevin Durant one question, I would say, why would you leave a team that you and with these guys in the culture, it was perfect. Why would you
tried to replicate that
you
culture.
could have went down as the greatest team.
You try to replicate
in
that culture and it didn't work.
Why did you leave that? They could right now.
I'm never gonna
they have
hold.
six chicks.
I'm never gonna fault the guy for wanting to strike out on his own and do his own thing and wanting to be a leader.
I won't kill you.
You may not be a leader, but I don't see nothing wrong with you thinking you're a leader and you trying to really strike out on your own, because at the end of the day, that's what Kobe was. Kobe wanted to do his own thing. It just so happened that, they traded Fat Shaq. You know what I'm saying? But Kobe wanted to do his own thing. It worked out for him.
But let me ask you this though. I mean, in my heart,
I want to do it. I want to prove I can carry the load. All the great ones carry the load.
But here's the thing I say. I'm like, well, all right, they had 2 championships and then motherfuckers got hurt. Now,
Who had 2 championships and motherfuckers got hurt?
Golden State. Well, excuse me, 3 championships. Well, I'm saying 2 with Kevin Durant and then motherfuckers got hurt.
And with the 5
Now,
championships, didn't he? With the 5 straight titles, didn't he? I mean, 5.
Right. I'm saying even before I wasn't even counting
Yeah,
ones. I'm just saying
4 straight,
just
5
the
straight?
Kevin Durant
5.
era. Just the Kevin Durant era. Just the Kevin Durant. Because
great
actually
Lord,
it's kind of, bringing in other stuff is making my point. What I'm saying to Kevin Durant is, why would you go out on your own to try something new? Okay, well maybe I can replicate this. What did you recognize that you could probably have been on from the potential that I thought they had, the greatest team in history? Because I thought
I respect
Kevin
the alpha
Durant.
male. I respect the alpha male in him that said, I want to do this by myself.
Now here's the thing. I'm like, he's on the team with Steph Curry, the Splash Brothers, the greatest shooting tandem, backcourt tandem ever in basketball.
Right.
He adds on as the lanky 7 foot.
Egos, man. What you
What?
understand?
Right
that?
now, I would say they would have 5 championships. They'd be like, this would rival those Celtic. They're past Showtime now. Ain't that what you looking for, Kevin Durant? Yeah.
Not with him at the helm.
Nah, because on one hand we can't say,
Not
where's
with
your competitive fire?
When they say Steph Curry,
Where's your
first.
competitive fire? You know what I'm saying?
Not when they
Are you a
saying
competitor
that.
or are you not?
I understand the competitor part. But what I'm saying is, okay, if you happen to land in whatever your discipline of your field is, you land in the very best spot you can land in. Mm-hmm. Why would you say, you know what? I'm going away from this. Why wouldn't you have the vision say?
Because we just explained it though.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
I understand it's his ego, but the thing is,
hindsight's 20/20. You're looking at it from a hindsight perspective.
The thing you looking for on your own is the very thing you're halfway to.
No.
With the team,
it's not. The reason that you want to go at it on your own is because the scuttlebutt is the championships that you got are tainted because you were not. What you did was you went to a team that didn't need you. They would have been in that spot had you not come. So as a competitor, I respect that he looked at that and said, I got to get my own championships. Now, did it work out? No, not right so far, no. But that's hindsight talking. You can question the motive right now. But let's say they rattled off 2 straight Brooklyn. Now you're looking at it like, oh, wow. So them 2 titles is... Because when you look at Kobe, you don't look at Kobe from the standpoint of the 3 titles with Shaq. You respect Kobe's legacy because of the 2 he got without Shaq, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
he got 5. He definitely got 5.
That's you gotta really put some respect on his name.
But it's all about being like motherfuckers saying it's your team.
It's levels though.
Yeah, how many chips Magic and Kareem got together?
5.
And they consider that Magic's team. Kareem, one of the all-time greats still.
They consider
top 5, top 10.
They consider like that's
considered Magic's team.
Yeah, the last 3 or 4.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what you did with Golden State, it would have been considered one day
Chef Curry team. Chef Curry team.
Here's the thing though. In this scenario, Kareem would say, nah, let me go to the Spurs.
Well, but he couldn't because it was too late in his career.
Dog, do you understand you part of Showtime?
Yeah.
And yet
that was
he
different
did because they already.
But you're talking about but the context is different because he had already been the man on the Bucks and won a championship with the Bucks. Yeah. He was already the man, so he had no yearning for that. At this point now, it's just all right. They trading me here. This is where I'm gonna finish my career at. I'm in my Zen shit. They draft this young nigga.
Holy shit.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all right, all these championships is icing on the cake. I'm already a legend. You know what I'm saying? I'm already a legend. You can't take that from me. I'm already a legend. So let's say Kevin Durant already wins 3 with the fucking or 2 with the motherfucking Thunder. Does he really want to go to the Warriors at that point? We don't know. I doubt it. But that's the reason why LeBron left. That motherfucker wanted chips. He did not want to be on that list. Then he won 2. Then here's the kicker. He won 2 chips. But you know what we said? Damn, dog, you won them shits with Dwayne Wade.
Nah, I didn't. Chip.
We ain't talking about you, nigga.
There was a legitimate.
We ain't talking about what you thought.
Groundswell that said.
That's what they said.
LeBron James
up with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade.
So what did he do? You know what? I'm gonna go where I'm the fucking unequivocal man. Even though statistically he had his very best years in Miami, but you played with a prime Dwayne Wade, who arguably had already won a championship in the exact same situation, where the big homie came through and was like, all right, take us to, and he did it. So now you look at it and you're like, all right, I want 2 chips, but man, these is higher gun chips. Man, let me go back home where I'm unequivocally the man. I'm the man. There was no question about who was the man on that Cleveland chip, was it? Why?
I understand about, people being the man and all that kind of stuff. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to winning championships, it's not easy. Period.
Right.
Whether you the man or not the man. You feel what I'm saying? Kevin Durant and Kevin Durant can be a very, very, very poignant example of this. Because when he got his championships, he had to go somewhere else. But the funny thing is, he went to the best situation for him to win championships,
Right.
and he left it. He said, because I want to be the man out in front.
Right.
Because I want to replicate this over here. I want to do what everybody else did. And he fell on his face, looking for the same thing
He's falling.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm listening.
Why Robert Ory mad?
I don't know why he mad. I didn't know he was mad.
Robert Ory be upset because they don't mention him with championships. I got 7.
'Cause you
I
the
got
goddamn
7.
bus driver.
Because you was never
the
the
bus
man.
driver. Never.
So the champion that cuts to them niggas. They're athletes. It cuts to him. He feels some
Scottie
type of.
Pippen
He feels
is
some
mad
type
about
of.
his 6
He has 7 championships. So your analogy is he should be cool and happy with the 7 championships.
But he's not.
But he's not.
not.
He wants acknowledgement of my 7 championships.
Scottie Pippen is
He wants
pissed right now.
acknowledgement.
Scottie Pippen is pissed right now.
He wants acknowledgement, Fresh.
But what I'm saying is, I'm like, if
But they did exactly what
How you
what
gonna tell a
what
man
you
with
would do.
7 rings how to feel?
They did exactly what you said you would do, but they're unhappy.
How you a man with 7 rings how to feel? He want that acknowledgement, but niggas like, nah, cause you wasn't the man. You wasn't the man.
And he hit the shot. His
You
name
wasn't
is
the man.
fucking Big Shot
You
Bob.
wasn't the man. So you're not gonna get the acknowledgement of the 7 rings.
man, to be fair to the people who called this out, nah, he wasn't the man on none of these motherfucking teams.
So what's Scottie Pippen's excuse?
Now
That's what I'm saying.
Now
But now what I was saying is,
his excuse may have some fairness in
but
it.
what I'm saying
Give me a
is,
little bit more.
you saying Durant should just be happy with a team that they're gonna win so many rings, whether you're the man or not. As we see, a nigga who has 7 rings is upset that he doesn't get acknowledged for his 7 rings. So what you think Kevin Durant with a superstar and they wouldn't acknowledge you because they would always say,
Would you rather have the rings or not?
obviously not.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why wouldn't you? Dog!
Hold on.
If
We're discounting.
you're looking for rings, period.
This-
Whether they on your own or you out in the lead or you side or in the back, the best place to get rings is where you're already at.
Yes, but
Yo, can I
let's
ask
not
you a
discount
question?
this.
Can I ask you a question?
Let me not discount this though.
Is it more gratification if you help get the ring or sat on the bench for the ring?
Hold on.
No, ain't no hold on.
Yeah,
Is it more gratification?
I would say if you was out there,
If you was out there playing and then a nigga who wasn't playing, do
Yeah.
you think your ring? Do you think you would have more gratification in your ring?
yes.
That's what it
Yes.
is.
Yes.
You're missing,
That's what it is.
We're missing a key component here. Competitiveness and drive. I wanna win the ring on my own. Listen, when you sell my DVD, I want that shit to be called Kevin Durant on my own term. I don't want it to be the journey of no, because it's a bunch of other motherfuckers that's getting credit for my shit. Hindsight makes you look at it and say, nah, you shouldn't have did that. But you gotta give respect to his competitiveness and his motherfucking drive to want to be that guy.
Okay, I can respect
It doesn't always work that way, but
Right. I can respect it. You know, now.
Kyrie said, fuck it. Get me the fuck out of here. Send me to Boston. I want my own shit.
No more.
And that's cool, but what I'm saying, and I'm like, for some reason, when everybody goes out on their own and say, I want to go away from the nest, or I can do it on my own, if you ain't certain people, you can't do it.
But you don't know you don't know you're not certain people. You got confidence in yourself and you say, I can fucking do it. If you was to say, hey look,
Fresh.
Listen, Kyrie, this is probably not a good idea, bro. You ain't winning no championship the rest of your career. How you know that? Well, I got a little crystal ball from the future, and from what I see, you ain't winning no fucking championships. Now, if a motherfucker say, oh, wow, really? I'm going to go ahead back to this situation.
It's crazy to me because it's almost like, oh, it was like, I wasn't down with like the Nick Sabans of the world, the Yankees of the world. I'm not saying I'm a fan of the Yankees, but like dynasties. But ultimately, that's what the fuck I want to be a part of. You feel what I'm saying?
Some niggas don't though. Some niggas don't. Some niggas want to. Okay, because okay. So here's the thing. You just said you want to be a part of a dynasty, right? Some niggas don't feel that way. Some niggas want to be the fucking Jordan in the dynasty. They want to be the Magic Johnson in the dynasty. They want to be the Larry Bird they don't want to be the Danny Ainge in the dynasty. They don't want to be Michael Cooper. They don't want to be fucking Paxson in the dynasty. They want to be the motherfucker when a motherfucker
play. You only said that about Robert Horry. You know, I don't want to feel like the Danny Ainge in this situation. What I'm saying is,
Robert Horry's in 4 different DVDs. Shit.
What I'm saying is,
and not mentioning none of them motherfuckers.
KD is like, yo, I didn't want to be a part of this. When actually they were saying you the best motherfucker around here. With other people who could have been arguably considered the best people, they stepped out the way and made sure you was comfortable to be the man around here.
Oh,
with 2 back-to-back and Finals MVPs.
He validated
so
it.
You probably could have got 5. Wouldn't that hook? And that's what I'm saying. Like,
so let me ask you a question. Do you not respect his competitiveness and drive?
I said now I do, but I'm saying
okay, because that's what it comes down to. We know he could have stayed there. He know he could have stayed there, but at the end of the day, there was a reason. And like he said, egos. That shit wasn't gonna work. That shit breaks up every dynasty. Kobe and Shaq would have been winning more championships, but egos. The Bulls would have been winning more championships. Jerry Reinsdorf felt like I could build another one. Egos. This shit happens, bro.
Let me ask.
Tom Brady would still be in a fucking Patriot uniform. But if it wasn't for Belichick feeling like, all right, man, let's get out of here when it getting good. You know what I'm saying? Egos, bro. Egos. Right. Tom Brady said, hey, man, them niggas that used to wear the pewter uniforms, I'm fucking with y'all. As long as I can bring my guy, I ain't called him yet, but he coming. It's me. I'm coming. I'll call him, man. I got him. Just, hey, I'm coming. Get my coach in place and I'm coming. He called his guy, Mom, get my cleats.
Get my football pin.
And he won a championship. So that, when you look at that, it's like, oh shit. That nigga got balls. It worked out for him.
It worked out. That was a case where
it worked out.
If it didn't work out, motherfuckers might be.
You probably be like, why the fuck would you lead the Patriots? That's crazy.
That was going every year.
That's crazy.
That was going to the Super Bowl every year. Why?
You could have won 8 straight championships.
Why would you want to leave that?
That part I understand. I like I said, I respect his thing, but I'm like, the whole thing that I never really understood about some players. Not all players, but some players. I'm like, ultimately, you want to be a part of something great.
Yeah.
If you could be a part of, man, that was arguably the greatest team in history. Because I would have predicted
him leaving doesn't change that, because that's still considered in most circles as one of the greatest teams ever.
Cut it off, man. Niggas don't want to be, like you said, don't want to be the cog in greatness.
Because they talk. Think about it. Think about this.
Think about
this. We sit here.
They want to be the Bird. They want to be the Magic.
But he wasn't just a cog. That's what I'm saying. He was He was just
to you. But if you hear Charles Barkley on nationally syndicated NBA TV say, "Oh, you wasn't a bus driver. That was Steph Curry team." They hear that.
Hold on.
They hear that.
Hold on. Now here is, he was the 2-time back-to-back Finals MVP.
Yes, he was.
Iguodala got one too with the Warriors.
So that don't really hold too much weight.
Don't hold too much. That's what I'm saying. He looking at that like, man, it's still not my team.
Smokes. I'm glad this is on tape because I'm the guy who says
Is that Kevin?
I say
Was that Kevin Durant
team?
team? Was that Kevin Durant team?
Always say it don't matter who team it is.
Nah, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do
Yes,
that.
it was his team when he got there because Steph Curry said, "You know what? I'm going to move out the way and let you be who you be."
So
Is that not true? So yes, it was Kevin Durant's team.
hold on. How funny that goes though, because even with all of that you know, what is the public perception? I don't give a fuck what Steph Curry did. The public perception was Steph Curry said, "All right, nigga, you could come. All right, I'll make you comfortable, nigga. You can have a back seat. I sit right here.
Oh,
It's my shit.
perception.
It's my bus, nigga. Fuck you mean?
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
you get the back seat.
Draymond called you, but you still got checked by me.
Yeah, he's alright. He good. He good. We can rock out with
We
him.
can sit down. We can have a dinner. Me and him.
Son left wasn't no problem. Oh, you want to leave? Cool. Draymond cussed him out. What Draymond tell him? Nigga, we was doing this before you got here.
You bitch ass nigga.
That nigga was uncomfortable.
You bitch ass
He was
nigga.
uncomfortable.
I
So he said,
It wasn't
"Oh,
his team.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
It
yo,
It might have been on his team in terms of the scuttlebutt on the team, but it came from the guy. The guy said, "Hey man, all right, come on, I'll make you comfortable. And take the master bedroom, man. I'm good, man. I got a lot of rooms in this crib. This is my shit. I got a lot of rooms in here.
Ain't that what
Take
you
the
came
master
for?
bedroom.
Ain't that what you here for? Ain't
Yeah.
that what everybody clamoring for?
Don't sign a
That
long-term
don't make
lease
you the
though.
man. That still don't make you the
It
man.
don't. It
But
don't.
it didn't make Steph Curry. It still don't make Steph Curry.
Yes,
When
we know
motherfucking
we know he's
when
still the man
motherfucking
on the
Moses
field.
Malone came to the Sixers, whose fucking team was it?
Moses Malone,
Why? Why was it his team?
because he was the man.
Shit. Because Doc said, "Cool, word, rock out, big
That
homie,
wasn't even.
rock out, big homie."
That wasn't even.
Man, when you got a beloved figure, it ain't like
Dog,
you just come
Doc-
in.
Doc could've
what?
turned- Doc
So
could've
what
did that for
with the numbers
anybody.
you put up and all that? You a beloved man. That's just
Dog,
man.
you got the guy got to make you welcome. The guy has to make you welcome, bro.
What I'm saying is, in both aspects.
You're just talking about performance. You're talking strictly numbers and performance. Yes, on paper, that was Kevin Durant's team. He was the best player on the team by the numbers. But he was not. That wasn't his team. Why do you think he felt the need to leave? Because even he knew that wasn't his team. Nigga, when you got 45 points, but this little yellow nigga come down and hit that three and that building go on, what are you looking like?
It's some bullshit.
Nigga, I got 40.
Yeah, egos.
I got 40.
Bullshit.
I got 40.
This nigga shooter just turn around, start talking to the owners and
This
shit.
nigga, everybody shooting around. This nigga come out for warm-ups, and it's a line of kids to sign his autograph. You really still feel like that shit, team? Who's the number 2 jersey seller in the NBA?
Man, look here, man.
Nigga, they hanging around, shoot around, looking for you to shit off the backboard, over the backboard and from the fucking rafters and shit. They looking for your YouTube videos.
Because you don't do it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He does though.
You just not they T out with Golden State and Santa Monica, nigga.
yo,
You ain't hitting in Santa Monica. He wasn't
Lloyd was the shit for a minute.
And you
Lloyd
know
was
what?
the shit for a
a
minute.
lot of times.
Them Riverside niggas loved him, but you know when such and such stepped on the court? Man, that shit shut down, man. That shit shut down.
You know
They
what?
love that man as Xavier. Unfortunately, when such and such got the shit, oh, yeah, he might turn that shit over to you, but you had to get permission. You had to check in. You had to check in with the guy. The guy is still fucking there. The guy is still fucking there selling jerseys. He's packing a new arena. He done packed the old joint. He packing the new joint. You're not even in the playoffs, bro. You talking? I'm the guy. I'm the face of the era. You might be the best player in the era. I'm the face of the era.
Yeah. Now,
Deal with that, nigga.
Now as an all-time player, I would definitely take Steph over
I
Kevin
mean,
Durant.
I'm not saying nobody's wrong for either one, though. But I'm just saying, to your point, and what you tried to argue was, it was his team. When in actuality, it was not.
Nah, it wasn't his team.
Wasn't his team.
It wasn't his team. It was just he was the
Nigga,
best
you know what that
piece.
was? You know what that was? You know what that was? That was like the NWO when they brought on Hulk Hogan. It might have looked like Hulk Hogan was the leader, but he wasn't. That was Hall and Nash, bro.
No.
It was Hall and Nash, bro. That was the wolf pack, bro.
I think it was more like Dr. J and Moses Malone.
No, because even in that situation.
I swear.
Because even in that situation.
I swear.
Even in that situation. Nigga, you came here.
Please.
You came here.
Please educate me on
came
the situation.
here.
Please educate me.
Oh, because you feel like you're a Sixer fan. And you feel like you're a Sixer fan.
Now you dig
Nigga, I'm drawing parallels. I'm drawing parallels between every situation.
All right, who's more beloved in Philly to this day?
Dr. J.
That's it. That's forever been his team. When he was on
Whose
that
championship
team,
is that? Whose championship is that?
You missing what I'm
No, I'm not. We're not. You're missing the overall picture. Whose championship is that?
Dr. J's. Everybody won it, but
So everybody wanted in that situation.
But you missing. See, you missing a perspective that a lot of people choose to not look at. Moses Malone was a Kevin Durant equivalent player. He just wasn't an add-on. He was already a two-time MVP.
No, 3-time.
No, he won his third the year
with the Sixers.
Okay, I
know that.
No, 3 times. Shit.
We know that, but
So-
to the masses, you cannot deny to the masses, to the people in Philly, to the masses, Dr. J was the man.
When they drafted Len Bias, nigga, that wasn't going to be Len Bias' team. That was still Lawrence Bird's team.
Dr. J was a special situation. He was the NBA's man. Like
That's even worse.
That's
everywhere.
That's even worse.
Time out. That's what he just said about Steph Curry. When you a player, when you're a face of a generation, how can you? All right, go ahead, Fresh.
But so was Doc.
You
like,
keep saying
you make it sound like Doc like a brilliant player.
Listen, everything he said about everything he said about the Sixers was a special case. That's a special case. That's a special case. No, it's the same thing. Dr. J was beloved in Philly like Steph Curry was beloved in the league.
This motherfucker had Coke commercials and everything.
Are you crazy?
And we're not talking about no. We're not talking about no 5-point-a-game role player.
Similar.
And that was never Moses Malone's team. He was the
Nigga,
best
you
player.
brought on. You're
He
brought on.
was the best player on the team, but it was never his team.
You're brought on to help win a championship, bro. I'm sorry.
If you, and this is what I'm saying, as a Sixers fan, back in the 83, 84, 85 era, if you ask the Sixers whose team it was, you ask Charles Barkley whose team it was, you ask Billy Cunningham whose team it was, it's Moses Malone's team.
It's funny that I never heard that.
Alright. Charles Barkley, who's your biggest influence in life? Moses Malone.
Fine. That's not that, but that doesn't answer that question.
Because I'm following Moses Malone's lead because he leads our team.
Okay.
Dr. J is an ambassador.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's an ambassador. He may have other stately things going on or may not. But around here, not saying Doc don't run the show. Doc runs all the fucking shows. Doc runs all the fucking shows. He do what the fuck he
So
wants.
statistically, Moses Malone was the best player on the team.
He won the MVP the season the Sixers won the championship.
Right.
They needed a championship level player like Moses Malone to win the championship. There was no Charles Barkley.
They had already been there, though, right?
Yes.
It's not like they hadn't already
Three
been there.
times. 3 times with just Dr. J.
It sounds like he was a guy that helped them win the championship, right?
But you just
It's not like we're not talking about a team that didn't make the playoffs or couldn't get out the first round, right?
Nah, we're not really talking about that.
Okay.
But you trying to say it like Moses Malone was just a guy who just helped.
No, we wasn't. We didn't say that. We knew he was a
You
guy.
clearly, even if I was saying that, you clearly dispelled that notion by saying he won the MVP that year. So I'm clearly not saying that. Clearly.
So, but that's what I'm saying. It was like Dr. J, yes. His team, his league, his world, yes. But who we take our thing from is Moses. Even though that's how Doc was saying.
Okay,
anyway.
and that's your way by saying that. So we're gonna take that same joint. So you think Draymond and them was taking their lead after Kevin Durant?
Yeah. You said, was they taking their lead from Kevin Durant?
Yeah, like you said, it was Dr. J team, but the niggas was taking the lead from Moses.
I know
Do
Clay.
you think they was taking the lead from Kevin Durant?
Clay and Steph Curry did. They said, we taking the lead, we giving you the road. Well, of course we taking the lead. We gave you the road. We opened up the lane for you to come in. We'll just fill in.
Right. That's smart. Why wouldn't you?
Right.
Because you have a more talented guy coming in.
So who's driving?
Who's driving? Who's driving?
Yeah, who's driving? The guy that says, okay, I'll let you drive?
No, he gave up the keys. He gave up the keys.
So that's what it was Kevin Durant's team.
Okay. It was Kevin Durant's team?
That's what I say.
Okay. So listen, man. With that being said,
talk about something else, man.
What would that be?
What y'all feel about that WNBA situation?
Which one? Which fucking one?
Listen,
a lot of shit going on.
Yeah,
with
which
WNBA.
listen. All right. Well, this one, the one I'm talking about. Out of the 20-something picks, I forget how many it was. 24, I want to say. 24 picks
Okay, I see where you go.
in the WNBA draft. 12 of the first picks were cut.
Obviously had nothing to do with talent.
Obviously.
What? I was picked. 13.
Like, how does that happen?
Well,
Chime in, man, because I don't have any answers, man. As outspoken as I am,
think
I don't have any
I
answers.
think the WNBA is coming to a point where the talent is really spread out. And good talent is already kind of secure because they already have a money problem. You know, I ain't gonna say money problem. They just don't generate a lot of money. So
This is a good problem to have, though, which is wild.
so
This is the same reason people say it's too many NBA teams.
So-
This could be the adverse problem.
So you got people who's drafted 13, 15, whatever.
They're not better than most of the people that are on WNBA
I
roster.
command X amount of money. I do, and you should get it. Guess what? The WNBA can't pay
Does
it.
not have that kind of money.
They don't have that kind of money. And the money we probably had that we would allocate to a player of your potential and stature and talent, we already have allocated and committed and
You got 3 or
guaranteed
4 of those people.
to someone of your caliber and stature.
This
and
is what
talent.
contraction does. This is contraction. Because people always say there's too many teams in the NBA. Well, you run into this kind of problem because we also have to understand that in the NBA, there are, how many superstars we going to say, legitimately? 15, 16?
Yeah, that's a fair number.
How many players in the NBA?
About 4, 5.
350, 400.
About 4,
Okay,
50.
so we're talking 2.2% of the NBA is superstars. 98% is role players. So you contract the league, and you create now a motherfucker like, let's say, okay, who is a motherfucker like Danny Green or never ever gets on the floor because he's not even in the league at this point because he's replaced by a motherfucker like you may have teams like you may only be able to fill 9-10 roster spots
Right.
because of the talent level.
Right.
PJ Tucker never plays on the floor now.
Been phased out of the game.
Mikal Bridges doesn't play at all now. Your starting lineup looks like fucking a mini All-Star game starting lineup now. I mean, is that a good thing?
It's
It
well.
was just wild to me.
Well, it is wild because you're talking about some of the best players
The thing to me is that
this year. You may have a Hall of Famer in one of those. It may be 2 or 3 Hall of Famers.
This is the reason why Brittany Griner is locked up in Russia. Because
Brittany Griner is locked up
because there are
decisions.
many lady ballers out there that are more than worth. You know what I'm saying? What the WNBA can pay them out. So they go to places like Russia
To play.
You know what I'm saying? To play. Because I mean, and I ain't saying this as a slight.
When the off season, when the WNBA off season is
right? You know, it's just safer and you home and you
LeBron ain't fucking playing in Ukraine. He ain't playing in
because that's the NBA. They have several,
Yugoslavia.
They have
He ain't playing in Croatia.
If he do that, you need to know security and all that shit has been checked, double checked, triple checked, quadruple checked.
He's not playing in Croatia in August after the season's over.
Nah, man. If I don't want to, motherfucker, and I gotta have my homeboy super check that. But the thing is, the WNBA, they got a lot of talent that they can't pay for. You feel what I'm saying? They got a whole. It's all like they said. These ladies that Iceman said they cutting. These ladies are good. They're just WNBA.
These are household names.
Have 2 or 3.
These are all Americans.
We have 2 or 3 women that are already fighting for minutes.
These are all Americans.
Everybody's all American.
All American.
Everybody's all American in the WNBA. Everybody.
Household names.
And you probably got to be a multiple to have some type of real type of time where you really good. But that's where chalk really adds up. Like, yo, there aren't a whole bunch of people. I'm undrafted and came from nowhere. No,
everybody's somebody.
Man, you better know it.
Niggas got
They only
credentials.
draft 24, so you know they all Americans. First, second,
All of
third
them.
team.
First, second, third team.
Right,
All
there it
Americans.
is.
First, second, third team.
Yup.
All
That's your
Americans.
first
For the most
round.
part.
That's your first round.
For the most part.
All Big 10, all Big 12, all Pac-10.
And I might have one first team and a
Yeah,
second
man.
team. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
my
saying?
sophomore year.
You know what I'm saying?
My
Everybody's
sophomore year, I was second team,
You not
all
just-
Pac-12.
Yeah, you're not just coming off the street like I worked hard.
Yo, these be the best of the best. And they can't even get a
Exactly.
job in the WNBA.
Can't get a job. Can't get a job, man. The WNBA.
Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine if
Man, they
John
cut the
Morant
bed.
couldn't get a
They,
job?
the Lakers, the Sparks cut the babe Tia Cooper.
Think about that.
She is the all-time leader in rebounds. I want to say.
Nah, not the big girl. Though.
Oh, I'm talking about
Pretty
the
guard.
I'm sorry.
What's the name?
Mess with the Dwight Howard-
Dwight Howard
Dwight
joint.
Howard.
Dwight
Yeah,
Howard
yeah.
joint.
They cut her though.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine a
cut the
motherfucker?
Jay.
Could you imagine
Yeah.
a motherfucker like Think about this shit. Could you imagine LaMelo Ball not being able to play?
Nah, I can't. It's unfortunate.
Nah,
I
see,
swear they need more teams, I
listen,
guess,
nah,
man. But they ain't got
nah.
the money for it.
LaMelo, he would have won that gonna make it because
Yeah, he would have been. He would have been.
Could you imagine like
nah,
Chet
listen,
Holmgren not playing because he
listen,
commanded
he
too
was
much
number
money?
one. He
Or
was
Paulo
number one.
Banchero?
Listen, Paige Bucher playing.
Right. She's number 1 or 2.
She playing next
She's
year.
number 1 or 2.
She playing next year.
She's number 1 or 2. She is the one
Believe that.
Yeah.
Believe that.
It's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. They ain't got no Dennis Smith Juniors. Tell you that. You won't get 5 years of this bitch. You probably won't. You'll get cut in training camp.
Paige Bucher gonna make it. You know what I mean? And the girl from Sanford, they gonna make it.
Ain't no Luka Garza's either though.
True. What, in the league, in the WNBA? Nah, cause you got height, they give you a chance. Shit, them
they
big
like
tall,
love
them
potential.
big tall broads.
Yeah,
What?
no potential.
You got a 6'6"
That's
broad? That's a giant.
That's why Liz Cam, shout out to Liz Cam, J
Oh,
baby.
man, shout out Liz
She
Campbell.
That's-
from Australia though.
That's why they
Nah,
get their
but
fans.
I'm saying if you find a big broad 6'4", 6'5", that could play basketball, I don't care how good you are.
I know what you're gonna be doing.
Can't
Y'all-
teach size. We can teach basketball.
Not girl size.
Can't
Any
teach basketball.
man. Man, come on, come
That's a
join
little
the
different.
squad.
That's a little different.
Yo,
man.
Come
that's
join the
crazy,
squad,
That's a
man.
little different.
I wish, and our brother is a heavy women's basketball fan.
That nigga.
Our brother B man, he's a heavy
Yeah.
women's basketball fan, man.
Watching
Yo,
the Dykes. They be watching the Dykes.
Why you nigga watching
I
everything?
hope they
Straight
get more.
ones,
I hope they
Dykes, all
can
that.
generate more money than they generate because like Iceman said, these are all Americans being cut without even being on the team. Like, or you've been on the team 5 years, you ain't did nothing but your motherfucking job. I put up 14, 7, and 3. Nah, we can't afford you. What the fuck just happened? We got 2 All-Americans coming in with the first and second round. Like, all right, thanks.
Yo, and it's crazy because I be looking at I was looking at some of the stats. Yo, and some of the yo,
Crazy, yeah.
it really be like, cause you know, like in the NBA, all them niggas good too.
Mm-hmm.
All them niggas was all something, all Americans or whatever. You know what I mean? I be looking at the stats and be looking at like babes' names that was putting up 25 in college, averaging like 3.2 points a game in the league, 3.8, 4.7. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? They really regular.
The mother girls on the other side can really play. You know what I'm saying? Them all Americans
play.
beat your all Americans.
When they say Diana Taurasi can hoop, she can hoop.
She can really hoop.
She can hoop.
Maya Moore was really putting
Yeah,
down on
like,
them
yo,
motherfuckers
yeah, they
out
can
there.
hoop. Yeah, they can really hoop.
Yeah, you might be 2-3 time all American, but motherfucker, was you 89 and 1? Did you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You match up against Sue Bird.
Yeah, Sue Bird on a
King
commercial.
God, man.
Sue Bird on a commercial with like the epitome of college basketball.
Yo.
Greats talking about perfection.
Like, can you really hoop when Sue Bird in front of you? Becky Hammond in front of you?
She got chips all over the fucking place.
Are you really a big girl when Sylvia Fowles give you an elbow?
I doubt it.
Sylvia Fowles, she been around a minute.
So listen, man. With that being said, man, it's that hour, man. Closing thoughts, man, from the fellas, man. We glad you came and rocked out with us, man.
Thank y'all, man. You know, I'm sitting.
Baby, we had some little fun tonight.
Yeah,
You
man.
know,
We went way off script, man.
Yeah.
We went way off script. We ain't got the
Yeah.
narrator
Get well
here, man.
soon,
Get well
man.
soon, you soft ass nigga. You know what I mean? Nah, real shit. Get
On
well
to
soon.
Cleveland, nigga.
On to
Check
Cleveland.
this game out, see who won, see who winning.
Closing
Yeah.
thoughts with the NBA Finals matchup, NBA champion.
I really think Phoenix Suns are in a little bit more trouble than people think, and the Sixers still may pull it out in 7.
Who you got in the finals? Finals and eventual champion.
Right now, I'm looking at if Jordan Poole continues to play the way he is playing, the Golden State Warriors will be hard to beat, and I will take them over the Boston Celtics.
Ah, the nigga stole my pick. I'm gonna go with the Dubs versus Celtics, but I got the Celtics.
What?
The Celtics play the Dubs very well, though. The Celtics play the Dubs well. They kind of tailor made to their
If we're
style.
going to that level,
But I got the Dubs over the Sixers in the conference finals, though.
I got Sixers. Phoenix.
Sixers,
Phoenix. It's a little homer-emmy, but
Who
I'm
you
like,
champion? Who you champion? Well, I mean, shit. That's sometimes. Hey, Michael Irvin is on TV because he's a homer. It is what it is.
I'm not going against my team, so I have to give you the champion down the line. But I tell you Sixers because I'm not sure if we won tonight. I'm not sure or not. but I think we match up a little bit better with some of these teams than people think.
Sounds good. So listen, man, follow us on all platforms, man. TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, man. Look for us, man. We out there. The content might not be super fast, but man, it's a lot of social media out there, man. So we trying to jump on there, man. But of course, man, we appreciate y'all walking with us, man. Don't get serious, man, until we get serious. You know what I mean? We'll be back next Tuesday, same time slot, same bat time, same bat channel. You know what I mean?
This nigga horse.
Yes. Nah, I'm not horse. It's tequila, bro. It's tequila. And a little bit of horse. Say less, man. We out, man. Live from Area 51, man. We out.